Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I am sitting here on this most horrible, dark, miserable day. I've had to put my light on in my living room and I had to come downstairs again from my workroom to put my convector heater fire on down here because it's just so cold. It's supposed to be up to 17 degrees. Mind, it was only one thing on my phone that said 17. The rest was 13, 14, 15. And just one that said 17, so it was probably only for a few minutes. I've got this twisted around. Yeah, I'm trying to twist it back again because it's the wrong way. Curling it up, the cable on this. I don't like the cable on this, these pokers, these 20mm needles, circular needles. But I had to go to the post office because I had sold quite a few of my patterns. I've sold quite a few PDFs in my new pattern with the rosebud lace ladies cardigan on. But I had to go to the post office because I had a few paper ones to post. And you know, I'd never even looked outside since getting up this morning. I just thought it was a dark, miserable day. So I opened the back door. I was going to walk over and I opened my back door. It was like a waterfall coming down in front of the door. Oh, I said, I'm not walking over in that. So I drove over in my car instead. And you know, I was beginning to think I was going to need a rudder to get round the corners. It was so bad, so heavy, the rain, and at least I managed to get parked outside the post office. Normally I've got to park, the post office is on a corner and you can go up a little bit of a back lane, and if you can't get parked out the front, you've got to go up round the back lanes, and I would have been soaking just walking round. I did have an umbrella in the car, like, but if I'd needed it. So I had a few to post, and anyone who's waiting for any of my patterns I've posted today, don't think we have any post second class letters. There isn't any post on a Saturday anymore, I think, so any I've posted today will not be lucky. If you get them on Monday, it'll be more than likely Tuesday, because even they've dropped the Saturday posting for second class letters. But they've also altered the week times for posting as well. One week they're posting on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And the second week it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. So they're not posting every day second class. But I can't afford to send them first class because I get nothing out of them for what I charge. So I have to put second class stamps on there. So anyway, that's just for anyone that might have ordered my patterns. It'll be either Monday or Tuesday more than likely when you get them. But I was at my bingo last night and I'm glad I'm knitting this thing. Actually, a Sylvian warms it's on my knee, it's so heavy. And my friend Anne won. It would have been £110, but someone else shouted as well, so she got £55, so we got £27.50 each. But the other person, why they pick on me, I don't know, but the other person who called with us came over to me. I think Anne had got up, she was talking to somebody else because just before we were going home. She was talking to somebody else and he come over to me and he says, I think you've got £5 of our money. And I says, look, I haven't got £5 of your money. And I didn't even know who he was at the time until Molly says, oh, he's the other person that you shared the house with. And I says, well, why do you think we've got £5 of your money? He says, well, there's £120, there's £60 each. I says, we only got £55. Well, I had put the money straight into my purse, into the front of the purse, because I always keep any money I win separate, and I took it out and I had a £20, a £10 and a £5 note. And he says, well, there, he says, you've got £35 there. I says, well, if that was half, I says, my friend would have the same £35. That's £70. That would make it £140. I says, that £10, I says, is actually what my friend Anne gave me. I gave her for the £10 that we got, because Anne put two £20 notes on the table, a £10 note and a £5 note. That was what was in what we won. I says, and I gave her two £5 notes and she gave me that £10 note. I says, that's the other £10. I says, I've only got £25 that we won there and £2.50 in change. And then I'm saying, it wasn't me that won. I says, it was her. Why'd you come and pick on me? So either he heard wrong, we heard wrong, or Kath, who does the bingo, made a mistake when she said how much money there was, because he thought there was £120. I hadn't a clue. I just was happy Anne had won, and I got half of what she got. But anyway, we went for a meal first, as it was Anne's birthday that day. We went for a meal at the Percy. That's the same place we go for the quiz. We only go the first Thursday in the month for a meal. It's just once a month. Saying it was her birthday, I paid for her. I told her to just get whatever she wants. And I'll pay for the meal. That's a little bit extra towards her birthday, as well as the blanket I made for her. So we had mince and dumplings for our tea. And Paul, who runs the pub, he came over when we ordered. He says, I've got to come and tell you, he says, we've only got three dumplings. You usually put two on the plate. I says, look at, when I have it at home, I usually only have one. I says, just cut the other one in half and give us a hot 1.5 dumplings. He says, oh, that's good. I was worrying because I thought you would have wanted two. I says, I'm not bothered. I says, so I had a good meal, mince and dumplings. There was plenty of vegetables and that with it, carrots, broccoli and cabbage. Mashed turnip, which I'm not very keen on, but I ate it anyway. And Anne couldn't finish all hers, so she got a doggy bag off Paul to put the rest in to take home. I managed all mine, I always do. So anyway, I'm doing what I can of this big blanket to try and get it finished. Doesn't take very long because you only get about 4 rows out of a ball. It goes down very quick. But I took my little one to the bingo last night. The little one, the back. Now I've started on the sleeves, because I'm going to do the sleeves first, and then I'll work out the fronts, because I'm going to do one front as a round neck and another front on the same pattern as a V-neck cardigan. So I thought I'm going to do the sleeves first, so I'll be writing them down in my instructions in the book. Then I'll work out the round neck, but I'm not going to finish this one. I'm going to start on the other one, because I'm going to do a V-neck in this one. So I'll have the instructions for the back and the sleeves. So I'll start the front, the V-neck on that one, and I can write the instructions down while I'm doing this one for the V-neck, as well as because I'll only need to write the instructions down for the V-neck from the armholes, where instead of going up to the neckline, you just start here and go up, work the stitches out from there. So I'll do that so I can get it into the one pattern, and then I'll just knit that one afterwards I will want both pictures for both cardigans finished to make a picture for the front of the pattern when I do it. So that was how much I got done of that one at the bingo, and I haven't done a lot of anything this morning actually. I've had other things to do and that, sometimes I do have to clean my house and do things like that, as well as sitting here knitting all day. So I needed to do a bit tidying up, and there's dishes to wash and things like that. So that's just a little bit, let you know what I've been doing, what I will be doing, and And that's all I'll be doing today, is those and this blanket. There is a gentleman has asked me about buying this, but there was a lady that asked in a comment, but I have said that if she still wants it, she has to send me an email, or else it's going to the gentleman who sent me an email. So that's my little bit for today. So thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you another time. So bye for now.